I'm supposed to be in Aspen, Colorado this afternoon. I won't get there until tomorrow, probably.
A global computer systems crisis. A technology outage disrupts commerce and government operations around the world. The massive IT outage is linked to computers using Microsoft software and a cybersecurity firm known as CrowdStrike. Problems started popping up last night and ballooned this morning. We have live team coverage for you this afternoon. Marley Tuskis is looking at how the outage is affecting hospitals and other medical facilities. But first, we go to Hope Winter, who is at the Buffalo airport after speaking with affected travelers. Hope.
Jordan, this outage has been impacting people all over the world, including people who are trying to travel out of Western New York today. We're here at the Buffalo Niagara International Airport, where they've seen a handful of cancellations and delays due to airlines being impacted by this outage, leaving some travelers frustrated and frantically trying to rebook their flights. We spoke to a handful of travelers around 6 a.m. trying to travel to Chicago and Houston that had their flights canceled. One gentleman told us he's traveling to Houston for his birthday and got here around 5 a.m. and now his flight is rebooked at 5 p.m. Kelly Khatib with the NFTA tells us they aren't experiencing any major impact at the airport themselves. TSA is running just fine, and they do have some flights that are still going out today. She says though there's no impact at this airport, other airports in the country might have felt an impact, which it can cause a ripple effect on travelers here. She tells us every airline works differently, so you should check your flight status with your airline, and if you aren't checking a bag, she recommends to check into your flight before coming to the airport.
And this is something that's happening across the world, so we just appreciate your patience. Everyone is doing everything they can as fast as they can to get people back on the road. It's not a good experience for everyone, for anyone.
Things are out of control. Like, you know, you have to kind of have a little bit of grace, and when you're traveling, you kind of have to understand that things happen out of your control. It is still frustrating, of course.
Renee Glover and her daughter Claire traveled in from Toronto to travel to Houston. Their travel frustration began even before their flight got canceled. They experienced extreme backups at the border, and it took them an hour and a half to get across. We continue to see these border backups throughout the day at the border. We have reached out to Customs and Border Patrol, but we have not heard back from them at this time. Now, I must note that we have been here at the airport since around 6 a.m. and it seems to be running smoothly right now. We see that people and travelers are heading through security, but we have checked the departure board and there still are some cancellations and delays that are happening today. So if you are planning on traveling out of Western New York today, make sure to check in with your airline before heading out to the airport. And something to note from the NFTA, they say that their buses, their trains, and their police have not been impacted by this outage. For now, live in Cheektowaga, Hope Winter, News 4.
All right, Hope, thank you. This outage is also affecting local hospitals, which rely on technology to provide their patients with care. News 4's Marley Tuskis is live outside Kenmore Mercy with what officials are telling us at this time. Marley.
Well, Jordan, I will just start off by saying that all of the hospital systems in our area are continuing on and seeing patients. They remain open even if they are interrupted by this technology issue, though many of them telling us they're changing how they go about seeing their patients. ECMC activated its internal hospital command center and, quote, implemented computer downtime procedures. Roswell Park appointments, surgeries, and procedures will go on as planned. A spokesperson there says while they are experiencing disruptions as a result of a global outage, care is not impacted. And Kaleida Health officials tell us they went old school, also starting computer downtime procedures, essentially meaning they brought out the pen and paper.
So through our emergency management team, we drill on all types of incidents. So whether it's a storm, a power outage, an IT system shutdown, so something like this is something that our IT team works with our emergency management team on a regular basis. So these are drills that we do throughout the year. So fortunately, we seemingly have drilled for nearly every type of incident. So when something like this happens, we're prepared. We open up our incident command center and the team gets to work.
Senior Vice President of Kaleida Health, Mike Hughes, who you just heard from there, is reminding patients day-to-day operations will look normal to them. There is no impact, so keep any appointments that you may have. Same goes for here at Kenmore Mercy and all of the hospitals included in the Catholic Health Hospital system. A spokesperson for them telling us that they are experiencing some communication delays, but still their IT department is working on it, and patients should keep any or all appointments that they have. Reporting live in Tonawanda, Marley Tuskus, News 4.